Ay. So Friday the 26th of July, kijana wenyu kijana wenyu wako nje toka kula lunch. Hey manzelo, today has been a very 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 long day. Na sasa ni saa 7 na dakika 50 and it has already been a long day for me because wadau, let me tell you, adulting not recommendable. Tafadhali ukiweza kubaki ukiwa mtoto baki ukiwa mtoto because tell me why this young boy amekosa kupewa chai ya saa 5 saa 4 and kaanza kukani kama nakasirika and imeniudhi tu. Ushaudhika na watu, unaambiwa ungoje kitu ati no, don't move away because you have to take the photos and when you move away the meeting will end, so you have to stay. What's doing nini? Mimi nikakosa chai na mkate. Sasa nikaanza kukasirika, na nilikasirika juu ya kitu moja wadau. Watu, whatever was supposed to do didn't happen. These guys just left the meeting and went away, and they said they will take, I was going to take photos, so they said they will take it later on, was due after wamenyoa ndevu. And I'm like, nimekaa hapa 2 hours nikiwangoja, alafu nikamwambia nisikunywe chai, alafu mnaniambia sijui mjanyolewa sijui nini. Excuse me. Ai bana. Anyway, so I've been in a foul mood since then. So nimekula lunch, ndio bana mmesikia ninacheka juu nilikuwa pabaya. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Cordial Podcast with your boy Mungai Kang'ong'oi and your boy nani mimi si wa mtu bada. Anyway, so this is another episode, trying as much as possible to record these things as early as possible and not be late. So I'm taking this chance to, record this week's episode. My apologies for last week's episode again for being late. Hiyo nayo lazima mnipige maviboko because hey wewe. Anyway, so today's topic you can bet for sure it revolves around today's happenings, because I had another scenario when I was thinking about the topic I'm going to cover this week, and I just found this experience of today really kitu imeniongelesha sana. Shaiongelesha na situation. Anyway, so this is what happened. So this is the topic of this week is wisdom. I know the irony at wisdom, na kijana ameshinda amekasirika huko. Anyway, what is wisdom? So for the longest time I've believed wisdom is having knowledge in plenty about a particular situation, knowing that situation requires a type of knowledge or some kind of knowledge, and now applying it. Now when all these 3 stages have been passed, then we can say you've acted wisely, and also taking into account what other people are giving out as their feedback. So from that end, when you come to understand from my perspective what wisdom is, then you become a person who is open to gaining knowledge from anywhere, anyone, as long as they are factual, as long as they make sense, and as long as the type of knowledge being passed over is not in any way going against human decency. So that is wisdom to me. That has always been wisdom. So I've always been open to listening to people, explaining their situations listening to people just talk about their experiences either with work, with love, love kitu gani, love, all these things, and you get to understand how people are experiencing life. And then you look at also, you introspect on your own life. You check out every single thing. You see what applies with other people. Do you have a community around you that does the same thing when this particular situation comes about? Do you have close friends who can understand you when you're in a particular situation and they can help you maneuver around it? All these things are what we call wisdom, and what we call community, all these things. So like today, I was going to give the example of today, where I came in the morning at 7. As always, kijana anakuanga early bird, na hizi worms tuzipati but anyway, so I came in at 7, and funny enough, I do not know, do you ever just wake up and just feel the need of praying before the day starts? Because hapo katikati ya hewa ama kwa wenzangu wenye tunapenda kizungu mingi, in between the spiritual realm, unasikia tu leo kuna mtu ananitafuta leo. So I prayed in the morning. So I usually pray in the morning. So and funny enough, when I was praying, I was like, hey, Lord, please, I always say, just lead me today, just be with me. Do you hear? Maisha nayo ni ngumu bila Mungu. So coming at 7, so I was assigned some task. I was not okay. Ni IT support. I'm supposed to be an IT support for a week or so, and I won't lie, I didn't take it. I didn't take it well, because it just came abruptly. Kuja ufanye hivi, then you're given this type of introduction or things that in a hurry, so you don't get everything, and then you're supposed to deal with people. So if I can brag a bit, I think I am good with how I deal with people. I've had experiences of working at a reception desk, a really crazy reception desk, and I think it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot on how to just deal with people. And there are people who might come to you with a foul, what do you call it? Foul mood, and you will be expected to be the bigger person in that conversation. So yes, of course, it is always a hard pill to swallow, especially in this generation where we always tell ourselves we should not hold back. You should talk as you feel. All these things. But there comes a time when you just have to know that there are things you don't have to do. Like, however much you want it to be all about you, there are things you can just let them go, because they are not serving any kind of community. You're actually dividing community if you continue propagating that notion of wanting everything to be done your way, and talking just out of anger and out of all those emotions that you have. So there has to be a sense of self-control in some things. So kijana wenyu ndio huyo akakuja asubuhi kaingia kazini, because I was supposed to start. Now today was my first day. Yesterday was my first day, but not early in the morning. So I came in, I thought I would take my bag to my office, but ni kama kulikuwa na watu. So the day started in the most weirdest way you can think of, because the system didn't work. Now I have to tell these guys, you have to come back later. And these are also early risers, so I kinda tunaelewana kidogo juu bwana tumekuja asubuhi, tunafaa kufanya kazi. But anyway, so it started like that, and it's because somebody had switched off the computer that was in use with the system, and it really slows down when you have to start over again. So kijana wenyu ndio ikabidi angoja hadi saa 3 ndio kazi ifanye. Sasa hiyo saa 3 na mimi ndio huyo nimekujua. Just when I'm about to sit at that desk, I'm asked, please come take photos of these guys. So I go. When I go, I'm being told, just wait. The meeting will end right now. Just wait, and then we'll go take the photo. So that was 9:30 hapo. Nikangoja. Kijana akangoja. Chai inachukuliwango saa 4. Nikangoja. Mimi nikasema siniende chai. Kama hapana inaenda kuisha. Haya, nikangoja. These people came out at 12. Bwana 12 bwana. I shouldn't get that to your chai. Nikwe Gen Z kabisa nilete maandamano huku. But anyway, so I got angry, and I was in my head a lot. I left my phone in my office. Okay, not my office, in the office. Sikia kijana ameanza kwa delulu. In the office. So I was in another office. So I was just sitting there, and I was in my head. I was asking myself a lot of questions. I'm like, yes, I'm angry, but I'm not supposed to show it. I am not supposed to show it. So I tell myself all this every single minute, don't get angry. So I decided to try and doze off kidogo, but you can't. So I was just closing my eyes, trying to think of other things and not let those thoughts of anger provoke me kidogo juu. But I think they could see that I was angry kidogo juu hapo nilikuwa nimengoja sana. So I was thinking now, after all this history yote, but yeah, did I apply wisdom at all? Was there a point where I can say I was wise enough to do this, I was wise enough to do this? And to be honest, I do not think so. And it is because mainly of I did not have the knowledge of how to deal with such situations as much, because of course this every day at work is a new experience. So this was new for me because I've never had to wait for that long. Personally I hate waiting. I've never had to wait that long. So, but I've now gained the knowledge of like being prepared, just being prepared for such things to happen in your life. Yeah, so because when it comes to wisdom now, if there's something I always seek, mimi tangu nikuwe mtoto, that story of Solomon being the wisest person in the world and ever to be seen, and I've always asked myself, what kind of wisdom is this that people can categorize you as, the most wisest man to ever exist? And also it actually goes in well together, because he was also successful, and he was heard of from miles and miles away. He had a number of women. I don't know. Vitu zingine hata wanacheka tu. Bwana 700 ni 300 wives ama hata kama wote. Hiyo story tunafaa kupewa kweli bwana. Tukienda heaven tumuulize. But anyway, so I've always been intrigued by this particular character. Like, this guy went to God and said, I need wisdom. Like, God asked you, what do you want? And this guy decided, let me get wisdom. I want wisdom. And but also when I read such stories, and when you read such stories, you get to realize how much fathers come into the picture of growing up. And his father, the father to Solomon, was David. And David was a man after God's heart. God's heart. He was way. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, this man who's undergone all these experiences in life gets a child, and then he nurtures him into that kind of way of life where you have to believe in this God. And in all this upbringing that he got, I believe that it was right. He knew there will come a time when he will be creating his own relationship with God. Like, he knew. He knew. Sasa nimekuwa preacher. He knew there will come a time when I will have to create a personal relationship with God. And when that time came, he asked for wisdom. Trust you me. That was from a good upbringing, from being prepared to actually come about to that moment. And so I loved Solomon from then on. Like, I wanted to be this guy who when God finally comes to you in a conversation, then you will ask for wisdom. Of course, when you grow up, you realize God doesn't have to come to you at, hey, Mungai, I've called you 3 times. you see, such kind of stories. No, it doesn't have to happen like that, because in every conversation you have with God in prayer, you have to lay out all your desires, which is another topic we have to discuss. But notebook. But anyway, so we're talking about wisdom. So then I realized Solomon was taught how to make the right decisions, and he could see his father make the right decisions and probably wrong decisions, and the repercussions that came with that. And so he learned this way of life. So even with him asking for wisdom, I think it was from a point of just acknowledging that it is only God who can give that kind of wisdom. Because even in the Bible it says ile wisdom tunafikirianga ni ya wanaume, like for men on the earth, it is foolishness to God. And I'm always humbled by that statement. Like however much you might think you know things, that knowledge that we are talking about, however much you might think you're just knowledgeable in a lot of things, and you think you're wise, manze, that is foolishness. Now imagine the kind of wisdom that God has. And so I sit down and I always ask myself, am I gaining enough knowledge in this world for me to act wisely? And to be honest, I think I'm still on that path. And I don't think that lesson ever comes to a close at, wow, you've graduated, now you're wise. No. I think it comes about with life, with every experience that you get, every kind of experience you can get. Because sahi ukiweza fikiria 5 years ago, or probably 3 years ago, or even 1 year ago, there's something you believed in completely. You believed in about it, and you saw it work for you, and then 1 year later you get another experience and you're like, yo, I cannot use the same knowledge that I had. I have to get another view of this. I have to get another angle bit of this situation. And then now you grow from that. That's where growth comes in, where you realize you are using some kind of knowledge before, and now you've added more knowledge that has helped you either relearn something, either unlearn something, or you've just added knowledge. And so you make better decisions in terms of the situation that you're in right now. So it takes time. Some things happen later on in life where you realized some kind of knowledge served its purpose when you're younger, and the other situation that has come about needs another kind of knowledge or wisdom or decisions that will actually propagate you to getting the growth that you deserve as a human. So one thing I'm always after is wisdom, and wisdom also comes about with humility. And humility is not you just sitting down and being like a soft natured. No. It's you taking your time to do things, taking your time to think over things, taking your time to listen to people, taking your time to introspect about things, taking your time comes from that. Humility is all that, just taking your time, not making any rash decisions, not making any rash moves. When I was talking about in the other episodes about how calmness comes into effect, you just sit and you look at things, and you have to be calm. You have to be humble enough to realize you can make one wrong move and it will ruin for you a lot of things, especially for us who are old. For us who are 25 years and above, right now any decision you make has a really long consequence. Manze, saisi kama venye tulikuwa watoto ama 18 years old. No. Hey, 25 has some kind of revelation that comes with it. Sasa acha niongeleshe wenye hamjafika 25. Listen to your older brother. Kama hujafika 25, trust you me. Kifika hapa munipigie simu. But anyway, so that has been about wisdom for me. Me, I have to be wise. Bwana, me, I want to be wise. I want to be wise to a point where people can come to me and seek advice because I'm wise. Jamani. But anyway, that has been our topic for today. Finally, we are back. We are back to the 20-minute sessions, and I hope it was something that you can listen to again. You can share to your friends, and you've also learned something about it, however little it might be, however big it might be. So it has been a pleasure as always to be here with you guys. I appreciate every single person who takes their time to listen to this personal rant and talking. And people are looking at me weirdly because I'm in an open space. But anyway, thank you very much for listening in. Please share. Please follow my IG page. Tafadhali. And if you have any topic that you want us to discuss, I would love to receive your views, to receive your reviews also on the previous episodes. And I hope to see you or to see your views. So anyway, see you next Saturday. And I really hope you're all right. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed afternoon. Have a blessed day in full. Haya, tuonane wadau.